That's the valley of the dry bones, you know.
Where?
Here. Croydon is the valley. You know what Croydon means?
Croydon.
Means valley.
Is it? Wow. Research.
You don't understand, bro. Yeah, it's the brother like a mother bring to my attention.
Means valley, yeah?
Yeah. You know?
What, in Hebrew or in...
No, it means that's the valley. That's the valley of the dry bones, man. This is where we are. What did the Bible say in Ezekiel? Prophesy to the winds.
Yeah.
No one is listening to us. Sometimes people come, but how many times? Most of the time we hear like, no one cares about this truth, bro.
No.
But it's
Children like it.
Yeah. But it's prophetical. Yeah. So all right. So shalom. Yesharala. All right, with the Hebrew Israelite. All right, you know, doing the work week in and week out. You know, in and out season. All right, to chant down Babylon. All right, and also to teach our people, man. To teach our people, because this truth is supposed to be a pragmatic tool. You know how a builder will go build and you will have like a certain tool that will help him to build.
Yes.
You know, the tool shouldn't just be in your bag and you run around and say, when I ask you who are you, say I'm a builder. But you never use the tool to build a house. People will be like, this guy he's a builder in theory, but when it comes to the practicality, he's nowhere to be seen. So it has to come to the time where we live in, okay, this truth, man. But before we start, we'll turn to the east and we'll give our praises. Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Wahab, Rakam, Wadash. Double honors to the Apostle GMS for teaching real well. And I would like as well to give double honors to the brother Ashan, the Church of Yahweh Shai, and I will break it down. Why I give double honor to that brother, and why I do double honor to the brother that are doing his work. You know, because it's biblical, man. It's part of our culture, you know. So today it's going to be a really, I'm going to be doing a lot of reading because I kind of wrote a note. And then we're going to edify the brothers, man. You know, and peace salutation to the brothers, you know, who are doing the work, man, who are in their love, doing the work in truth and sincerity. And shalom wahab to the brothers and the sisters who are, you know, awaiting the return of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai Mashiach. All right, so let's start with Let's start with 1 Timothy 5 and 17. You know, 1 Timothy 5 and 17.
Okay. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 17.
Now.
Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor.
You see that? Let the elders that rule well be counted of what?
Worthy and double honor.
Right? Hello, my sister. Hello, sister. Do you know that you're in Israel? What country are you from? Huh?
She's shy.
Yeah, she's shy. That's the problem. It's not because people don't want to. This system has destroyed the people, man. People just want to just go buy something and go home and watch TikTok, man. Hello, my sister. Do you know that you're in Israel? What country are you from, if I may ask? All right, but I can see that you're what? Are you from the west coast of Africa, or are you from? Okay, what country? Do you want to come for 5 minutes? I want to show you something.
Yeah, that's good. She's fine.
I want to tell you about something that you never heard before. You know, you never heard it at school. You never heard it at church. Are you a Christian, by the way? 7-day Adventists. Yeah. I'll tell you what about the 7-day Adventists, right? They're really into like one thing that God at least, is the Sabbath.
Saturday.
Because when you read the Bible, if you go quickly to the NLT, I don't want to take your time, I just want to show you, I can say 5 minutes. Go to Nehemiah 13.
Nehemiah?
Yeah, but Nehemiah 13, right? And then start at 19, I believe. I'm not mistaken, you know.
I did some research.
Right.
I did some research for my dissertation and interviewed some Israelites.
Right. Oh, okay. You see that? Now we're talking.
Other groups.
NLT.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So what do you guys say? What do
me
the
a lot of
Israelites say?
stuff.
Yeah. Well, what you need to understand is this, and I love the way you're dressed. Obviously, it's biblical. When you read 1 Timothy chapter 2, starting at 9, this is what it says. You know, while you're looking at it, let me quickly read something for the sister regarding the wash dressing like that. And also, can you leave that Nehemiah? Leave it, please. Go to Romans 2 and 14. And let me read that one quickly. 1 Timothy, we have to be quick. 1 Timothy 2 and 9. And it says this, right? In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, and not with broidered hair and gold or pearls or costly array. So that means women should dress modestly. Trousers is something that was created for the man, and it goes back into the Bible. When you read, I believe, Exodus 29, it tells you about the breeches. The breeches was like the shorts. Yeah, that would say culotte in French. That was for the men, because when we came out of Egypt, we used to wear those loins, and must I say, because I don't want your nakedness to be uncovered when you're doing the work, right? Wear a breeches. So that's for men. But after the Second World War, or during the Second World War, women in America were asked to go to do the office work, engineering work. So that if you don't do that type of work, you're gonna have to wear just like our men. This is how it came out. But it came about. But the trousers is for men. So when you read, for example, Deuteronomy 22 and 5, it tells you this. It tells you that the woman shouldn't wear that which pertaineth to the man. And like I explained to you, is the trousers. So you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
So that means when you read now Romans 2 and 14 quickly, this is what you do without even knowing. That's how you know. If someone asks you, because people say that we're Gentiles, this is how you know that we're not the Gentiles. We are actually the people of the book. Read them out.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 2,
right?
Verse 14. Mm-hmm. For when the Gentiles, which have not the law,
which are meaning the Gentile, meaning the Israelite, but the mindset is Roman, is Greekish, meaning they're doing what the Greek people doing, right? But they're keeping the law without even knowing that they're keeping the law, like you're doing.
Which have not the law, but Salakia. For when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature,
right,
the things contained
in the law,
these,
right,
having not the law,
right,
are a law unto themselves.
See that? So you keeping the law without knowing that you're the law. Why? Without knowing that you're an Israelite. Why? Because you are an Israelite. Now, the Bible is telling us that there's a law that we have to keep. I don't know what they say in your church as far as the law. What did they say about the law? Because I know that if you're dressing like that, that means that the pastor must have been, speaking about the law. Because the law is the reason why, as a people, I'm talking about the West African, the Caribbean, the Black Americans, the original people, I mean the South Americans, for the most part, all of those people who are Israelite, who were scattered, they're scattered because of what? Because we went against the law at some point. See, the law that was given to Moses in the wilderness, right? At some point we went against that. So what are they teaching in the church of, in the Seventh-day Adventists as far as the law? Why are they saying it? Regarding that?
That it still stands. That we'll be judged by it.
See that?
And that it's sort of like a demonstration of your faith. Not that you're earning salvation that way, but it's sort of like shows faith without works is dead. So that's how we uphold it.
Right.
Moses, when Moses broke it, God broke it with his own finger and did it twice. It wasn't just once. So that was how personal it is, and it's kind of like how we treat our relationship with God and our relationship with our fellow men. That's the tablet 1, tablet 2.
Right. Obviously, I grew up as a Catholic, then I went into the evangelical and things like that. And then boom, when I found out we were young, I came back to my source. So the Bible said that we were going to go to all sort of idol and all sort of religion because we don't know who we are. He said that in Jeremiah 17:4. He said you were going to discontinue from your heritage. That's what we did. But now we're coming back. This is why you see a lot of Israelites in the street. You said to say that part of your essay. Is that essay?
Dissertation.
Dissertation. You had to have conversation with the Israelite. Obviously, there's a lot of groups. When you read Revelation 2, it tells you about the different churches. So some group might have different angles, but at the end of the day, what are we talking about? We are talking about the fact that we have to welcome our people, the so-called black people, the so-called Latinos people, who are the children of the book, the children of the Most High. His name is Yahweh. They told us Yehovah, but the Yehovah, you've got what? Greek vowel. But when you go back into how Lashawan Kwadash, which is at the Paleo Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, there's no E, there's no I, there's no O. It's all R for the most part. So you got Yahweh, which is the name of the power. And then the name of his son is not Jesus, because obviously the letter J is only 500 years old. So at that time when Yahweh was living, they weren't calling him Yahweh, because you have to read now Matthew 1 and 21, when he said that he came to save his people. His name shall be Jesus. So his name is an omen, nomen. All right, his name is the prediction of what he was going to do when he came to earth. When he came to do, he came to deliver his people, right? Because his people are captive of the breaking of the law. So he was going to bring them back to the Most High. So therefore, his name will be Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. Okay, Yahweh Shai meaning God saves. So it's Yahweh Shai, all right?
Last question.
Yes.
You know, when you found this out about the Hebrews, how did that impact your relationship with God?
Right. So that's a very good question, because when I was in church and I would have conversation with people, and some people will be like, the pastor will be like, you need to have a relationship with God. And I always have to ask myself, what is a relationship with God? Because at the same time, the pastor will tell me that, I can eat anything. I can eat pork without, we live under grace. And that was always weird to me. But when I came in this truth, he had an impact on me, because this truth is a practical knowledge. What it does is that it shows you what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. For example, how do I keep my relationship with Yahweh, with the Most High, healthy? By doing what the Lord says, right? For example, not eating swine. Because when you go to Leviticus 11 and 9, it tells you that we shouldn't eat swine.
Yeah, we studied that one as well.
Right. We shouldn't eat a swine.
Yeah, we got and shellfish.
Right. We shouldn't eat all of that, because that's the law now. Now, then we'll go to 1 Timothy 4 and 4 to say that all the creatures of God are good, right? But that's why the Bible says, Peter was saying, I believe it's 2 Peter 3 and 15, if I'm not mistaken, he said that a lot of people err because they don't understand Paul, because Paul was very complex. He was a doctor of the law, so he wrote the Bible like a writer will read the Bible with all the forms of literature. So you're going to have the Spirit, you're going to have the Spirit to be able to understand it. So a lot of brothers and sisters in Christian churches do not understand Paul.
People that are just trying to get rid of it.
Right.
Paul, and I find
right. I find it's unbelievable, but that's because they don't understand him. You see that? So they use Paul as a token of, being under grace. But what it is to be under grace, right? We are under grace because if you look at adultery, for example, and I'm doing like that because obviously I know you don't have time, so I want to give you what I can give you. But if you look at adultery, the Bible speaks of the fact that when people were found committing adultery, they were stoned to death in the old covenant. Now the new covenant allows you, through Yahweh Shai blood, to have mercy, to have repentance. So let's say a woman committing adultery. If she found, instead of stoning her, we're giving them the door to the second chance, the door to grace. Salvation. It allows you to rehearse the righteous act of the Most High, so you can have mercy in the eyes of the Most High. But it doesn't mean now you should go, and then sin and do what. It doesn't make sense, because what is the law? Or what is sin? What is sin? If I ask him, what is sin? What is it?
transgression of the law.
See, she knows. See, that's a beautiful spirit, man.
Yeah,
you know, that's a very beautiful. And the most, you see, let me tell you something. The Most High will connect us back to one another. Everything will be, you know, under the right position. Like when I was reading, go and read for the last verse. And I don't want to read too much for her. I want to speak to her. First Timothy 2 and 9. Go down all the way. It will show you the woman, because the reason why we are right now all over the place, because there's no order. The women are supposed to be under an order. The men are supposed to be under Yahushua, and the women are supposed to be under the man. The woman should learn under the man. So, if you wanted to learn the truth, yeah, have you ever thought of learning the truth?
Yeah.
I'm here. I can teach you. We can have conversation about it. Obviously, we got all the means today. You got WhatsApp, you got the phone, you got correspondence to. So I can give you, you know, what you need for your spiritual, you know, growth. All right. Is this something that you're looking into?
I try and do that.
Well, we can do that. Yeah.
With His grace.
That's fine. We can do that. Do you have a contact number?
It's okay, because I know I have like
Okay.
some, because they are sending me stuff like
Who's that? Who's that?
some Hebrews.
What's the church? What's the?
I don't know. You know what? They said one of them was saying to me that she wouldn't like to join one because some of the ones.
No,
she knew,
of course. It's like you got to be careful as
she
well.
felt that it was quite like ones that she did. She said it was quite aggressive, like, and she didn't like how.
Oh yeah, but that's
So
because.
she stayed. She believes those things.
Well, no,
she
but
stayed out.
that's because of the fact that when they say aggressive, it's something that is new. When
She's
you-
in it.
She's in it, okay.
But she
what's the
just-
name of the?
She didn't find one because she felt like they were attacking people.
Oh no, but that
Out there on the street.
but that's the like when you came and saw us, we called you
No, you were
gently,
very quiet.
you know, and then you
Yeah.
know like we do,
You
but
were-
you know,
yeah.
there was a point of time where, you know, imagine you suffering in
Yes,
captivity,
understand.
and you now get hold of this truth,
Yes.
right? And then your eyes open, and when your eyes open, you see all the wrong things in society. And what's going on is that, you know, when you see your sisters, you know, out of order, it pains you. Because let me show you something. This is what we get wrong. Read it quickly, and then
Verse 9.
read that one. Listen, but we
Oh my
passed
God,
that.
see, my back is hurting me.
No, let me read the last verse and then you can go. Yeah. Isaiah 5:58. So you say you got someone that's teaching you, yeah. But let me give you my channel.
Well, okay, all right.
Let me give you my channel. At least that, you know. Go on YouTube and I'll give you my channel and then
Well,
you can.
they send things, but you know, they've been a bit quiet recently. I don't know why.
Say it again.
They've been a bit quiet, but I also just really just
But hold on, but that's,
the word, you know.
if you go over there, if you need any question, then we can start like that. You know, you can comment, you can leave a comment, and then I will take it from there. Yeah. So if you go on
But I
YouTube.
am a 7-day Adventist though.
No. You see, that's the thing. Look, it doesn't stop you from getting the knowledge, because you don't know what the Most High is doing. If you read Proverbs 20 and 24, it tells you that man's going out of the Lord, for example. So the fact that me and you met is for a reason, whether you like it, I wouldn't say like it, but whether you understand it or not, or whatever you think, you know, but sometimes,
You guys have your own time.
yeah, do you have,
Saturday,
yes.
3:30 to around.
Do you have a,
Say
no, I'm not talking about your
4:45.
number, you know.
No, I was going to text. I text myself messages to remind myself.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to find the one that...
But you don't have YouTube?
Oh, sorry.
You don't have YouTube or not? You're not?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me your, go and click on the YouTube
Go on,
logo.
channel.
Oh, but my data is it's not
Oh,
working. I don't know why. Should I?
Let's try.
Put in the notes.
My
Let's
notes.
try.
Yeah, I was looking for my notes. Like,
I can't even see your YouTube as well. Alright, so let me write it down.
yeah, we're both open.
That's fine.
Then the YouTube are open. But yeah, I've got some fun stuff and things, you know. But I really need a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Look,
Really,
you
because
see,
you get down to a certain point in your life.
so are you
It's
at
a
that
matter
point?
of, not now, but I was. And it was a matter of
Show me
survival.
your
my
blood, show me
survival.
your blood, and I'll do it. Like, I don't seem to get it.
That's good though. At least you're.
Yeah, she's a humble woman. She's a humble woman.
Yeah,
Honestly,
at least
she's hesitant because she doesn't know me from nowhere. So it's like, you know, me taking the number, she's very, you have to be cautious.
You got to put yourself in her
Yeah,
shoes.
yeah, you have to be cautious. So she doesn't know me.
But it's good that you're seeking a relationship with the Most High though.
she's
Very important.
It's a matter of survival.
Of
really.
course, of course. After he's the creator, so.
you know, and also you knowing that you are an Israelite, you know, it's very important because the Most High is coming back.
I did.
Yahweh is coming back, and he's coming back to collect because you are a child of Yahweh. So what's going to happen is this, you know, he's going to come and ask you, what did you do with the knowledge that I gave you? And he's going to be chastised for that. People think it's a joke, but it's not a joke. You see? It's not. So that's why I'm telling you, you know, listen, but for the sake of, you know, so this is Yahweh. So then you never know when the spirit jump on you, when it's time, you need to shout.
The same thing.
Just ask Yahweh or shall let hopefully. Yeah, so when you type Yahweh or shall let, by the time you type it, you see this.
Try.
This is what you will see. You know, that's what we're doing, raising the head right now. Because our people need to get up and understand, you know, what time it is, man.
I don't know if I'm I mean, because I did my DNA.
This is what you're going to see. You're going to see something.
That's picture.
You're going to see that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
See that?
Same as that.
Yeah, I will show you that. Yeah? So what did you say?
Yeah. So I did my DNA. And the sacrament.
Yeah, but if, no, I think you're an Israelite. Read Romans 8 and 16 say, the spirit, read it quick before she goes. You have this, I can see that you're an Israelite. You know, now I know you might say, oh, maybe my dad, you know, is European, because you got some people with whom father.
I don't have any like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's way back.
No, but
Yeah.
some of our people are like you as well. They're light skin like that. But we come, you know, in different shade of brown. You got a dark brown and a light brown.
What verse?
Roman 8 and 16. You know? And that's the ancients. You know, it's biblical. They used to burn in the temples and that, but it's good for against bad spirit and bad energy. Frankincense and myrrh.
Me, I use it just to soothe my mind,
Yeah,
just to relax.
that's that, relax and all of that. You
Just
know?
have a nice vibe.
Yeah,
Especially
Frankincense.
yeah, frankincense and myrrh.
with that myrrh as well.
It's
No.
incense.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, let me read this for you, Don. This is the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 16.
Right?
The Spirit itself
Right?
beareth witness
See,
with
the
our
spirit itself bear witness with our spirit, carry on.
that we are the children of Yahweh.
See that? So I'll give you an example. You got some people that they look so-called European, right? They look like Caucasian. But they're of the Israelite stock because of their spirit. You can see it through their spirit. But remember, in England, since you say that you're from England, the Dark
I
Ages.
didn't know what to say to you.
Yeah, but the dark Ages were ruled by who? By our people. King Henry VIII was a black man. King Henry VIII was a black man.
Sometimes when you think about it, you can't.
Queen
like,
Elizabeth
get
I,
it, but, yeah.
Queen Elizabeth I was his daughter. His second daughter, she was a black woman. We used to rule. That's why you see the lion, you know, on the arm, on the coat of arms of England. They don't have no lion here. Lions come from Africa.
Yeah.
It's pertaining to the tribe of Judah. You see.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, what's your name?
Take
My
time,
back
take
is
time.
there.
What's your name?
Divinia.
Divinia. Okay, Divinia. Thanks for speaking to you. Hopefully, you've got my contact and you got the channel. When the spirit jumps on you, I'm here. All right.
You guys like do you not call to people? I mean, because you know they have some rules, don't they? Now they change things like what you can do or not.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're here.
So
we used to
is
be
that
able
why
to.
you're doing
We
it?
know the law as well. Strategic.
Yeah, because I was learning.
Yeah, we know the law.
They
You can get arrested. There's a lot of things that's
Yeah.
going on. Things are changing.
Yeah.
We know what's going on. You know, we're
Yeah.
not stupid.
I'm just learning this.
Yeah, we're not stupid. So that's why we're moving strategically.
Changing.
And very soon, as when you read Amos 8 and 11, it tells you what that the famine of the world will come.
Yeah.
They won't, and when they don't see us, take what we that encounter is a spiritual one that you will never forget. See my face, you will never forget his face. Because the time is coming where you will understand what I'm talking about. There's an emergency, there's an urgency, there's an emergency, something that's coming that will make you realize that, oh, this guy was talking to me, brother was talking to me about something that was deep. Everything that you see, like what happened in 2020, that was just the prelude of the things that's gonna come.
Yeah.
And this time when it comes, it's gonna come like an avalanche. Okay, it will come furiously, man. Okay, so you're gonna have to get yourself under an umbrella, a spiritual umbrella, to be able to withstand the winds that's coming.
Hopefully you can obtain that through the relationship with the Most High.
Right, and that's what we want to show to people. You know, how to keep the law, you know, dressing, you know, the way you're dressed, you know, not eating swine, not eating catfish, you know, keeping the Sabbath. You know, the Sabbath is Friday, Sunday, the Sabbath, you can't cook on Sabbath, you know. The same thing, you can't go out and be murphing, you know, on Sabbath day. You can't even have sex on Sabbath day.
You just gotta try and keep it as holy as you can, even though sometimes
you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, but
rehearsing.
yes, because we rehearsing the righteous act. You see, we can't keep the law 100%, you know, because this body don't allow you, and this society, the way the society is set, it doesn't allow you to keep the word 100%. But that's what you can do. You can rehearse it.
It conditions you. know?
Yeah, it conditions.
The word does, and the Sabbath does as well.
Right.
To live with God, both, the Most High.
Yes.
And the thing is, for a purpose as well, God's not doing it just for the sake of it, He's doing it for our benefit. Right?
Yeah, for your benefit. Yeah, this is true. That's powerful. This truth is for your benefit. So what I want to teach you and challenge you is for your benefit. I'm not doing it because, no, I'm doing it because the Most High put it in our spirit to be able to love our people on that level. When we come out here, we give them hard time just to raise the head. Because we understand what's coming. And we saw...
They talk to you? Because there's no banner.
Say that again?
Do they just come up to you?
No one coming to us because we know the law.
They don't talk to you?
Oh, the people? No, sometimes they come.
Well, yeah.
Sometimes come up. We're calling them and say, hello, my sister. Like I did. But just like a lot of people, because you have to understand, the Bible says in Ezekiel 37 that we have to prophesy to the winds. And when you prophesy to the wind, you don't talk to no one, you know. You just speak it. Yeah. But it's a spiritual. You see, the Bible says that the word are spirits. So we're doing work. Though it doesn't seem that we're doing work, but we're doing the spiritual work. All right?
Thank you.
Divinia, you're blessed, yeah? Barakatah, man. Take care. Take care.
Have a good afternoon, yeah?
All right.
Bye-bye.
I bind her.
That's the back.
She see the wind.
Huh?
She said her back is hurting.
Yeah, probably holding the back with it or something. Might be a spiritual.
Yeah, but my life, we're getting back into it, you know. You know, and that's enough for the incense. You know, so yeah, that's the spirit, man. Always, you know, the Most High know what it's doing in that. You know, then we're getting back into it, man. You know, so where were we, my life? In 1 Timothy 5 and 17. You know, 1 Timothy 5 and 17, man. First Timothy 5 and 17. You know. 1 Timothy 5 and 17, man.
This is 1 Timothy.
Hello, my sister.
Chapter 5.
Hello. Hello, sister. Do you know that you're in Israel? Have you ever heard that you're an Israelite? Have you ever heard of your nationality? See, our people. Hey, but we gotta do the work, though. We gotta do the work. We gotta let them know who they are, man. You know, it's like the mark. It's like you throw in there.
So
at the same time, you mark it as well. You cross it. Like Divinia, she was marked, let's hope so. But her crossed it. But she didn't answer, she didn't understand. Also that people don't understand what's going on. Because the Bible, it's like an enigma.
What's that again?
It's like an enigma is like you got like a picture, but the picture have different pieces that make that picture. But those pictures are all over the place, they're not in order. And it's up to you now to put that enigma together to create a picture.
Like a jigsaw
like a puzzle. No, not an enigma, it's like a puzzle.
Puzzle, yeah.
A puzzle, I don't know. Let me tell you. Hey, let's look for the term enigma. let's go to let's go to school quickly, man. It's like enigma.
Puzzle.
Enigma meaning it says a person. Oh yeah, that's it. A person or a thing that is mysterious. Yes, you see the spirit sometimes say things. Yeah. And I don't even know I'm right, but I double check it. Yeah, we like an enigma.
Us.
Yes, people cannot perceive what we represent. The only reason why that girl came because she already encountered the Israelite. She already spoke to a woman that's an Israelite. You understand what I'm saying? That's the only reason why. But for the most part, I don't understand what's going on, man. But it doesn't mean that we're gonna stop the work. It doesn't mean that we're gonna stop the work, you know. Hey, we ain't gonna stop the work because they don't believe. We're building here, man. So let's go back to 1 Timothy 5:17.
This is 1 Timothy,
right?
Chapter 5, verse 17.
No.
Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor.
Yeah, so like I say, man, that's why I say double honor, you know, to the brother Ashan. Now let me read something quickly. I say, oh, Slack Amala.
One time.
Yeah, I know. That's the way, isn't it?
Especially they who labor in the word and doctrine.
Listen, in London, yeah. When it comes to London, when it comes to now let me read him. It said, giving double honors to the elders who did great work, i.e. Malak Ashan. Most of the camps occupying the street of London came from the Church of Yahushua 144. So the brother is worthy of a double honor, and for a brother who stopped the work, just don't know. Oh, yeah. For the brother who say that, oh, he stopped doing the work, that just don't know the layers of his ministry. All right, and I am not idolizing Ashan. It's just that I know what's going on. All right, and I say, well, I hope so as an awful elect. If I'm wrong, the Most High will correct me, you know. And I say, and if I'm wrong, Yahweh will make amendments. Giving respect to an elder is an Hebrew custom, and alas, our people lost it in captivity and shows our time. All right, so obviously, yes, the brother is young, he may seem younger than me, but not younger according to the spirit. But I remember the day I met the brother, I came to the truth. He's the one that the most I used to bring me in. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
It's a ripple effect.
Yeah, exactly. So what happened to me with the brother Ashan is happened to me and you. You understand what I'm saying?
And then maybe in the future meet to someone else.
Yeah. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
You got that brother, what's his name? That brother Kingsley.
Yeah.
You know, he's fat because he called me and we have a deep understanding, and he wants to join. But there's a fight that need to take. It's like war before peace.
Yeah.
Like before you get your peace, you need to go to war, and that's what he's fighting. But the demons don't want him to gain. So he's gonna fight. I fought too, but I didn't even have time to call it. The last time you saw that he was that's his mom. Yeah, that's his mom. Right. So now that we go back to now, let's go to Isaiah 30 and 20, man. Isaiah 30, 20 and 21.
I feel like you see Kingsley have as well, a picture of him as well.
Yeah. You understand that? So it's just like, you know, that's what it is, man. So and if you don't know something as well, don't just keep your mouth shut, man. If you don't understand something, keep your mouth shut and wait for the Most High to like to kind of like to kind of like and confirm it, whatever is true or false, man.
Sometimes you gotta hold your tongue, innit?
Hold your tongue, man. Hey, life and death is in the power of the tongue, you know. A man that holds his tongue save his life, you know. You don't even know what you're talking about, but you want to be babbling and talking just to be talking. Be careful, man. Go to Isaiah 30. And by the way, this lesson talks about, obviously the lady came, we edified her, or initially we were going into like, the practicality of the knowledge, man. Like I say, you can't just have it like a tool and you don't build with it. You gotta build with it. You gotta be part of your life. You gotta use it for the advantage, man. This is what the truth, the Most High gave us the truth for us to be strong in Babylon, man. Yeah, bring him, Malak.
This is the book of Isaiah.
Bring that up.
Chapter 30, verse 21.
Right?
And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee.
Right?
Saying, this is the way.
Right?
Walk ye in it.
Right. So
when you turn to the right hand,
right,
and when you turn to the left.
Right. So this shoe was given to us and there's a way to do it. So you see, that's an instruction right there. You don't just come in the truth based on your feelings, based on your personality, based on your character, based on your stubbornness, or based on your past. No, you come in this truth humbly and you learn just like an engineer. They give him a place, they say, yo, this is how you're going to do it to build the place, And he follows it. He's not going to say, no, you know what, the way I used to do it before. No. Every house has its manual. You gotta have to follow it, man. Buy the book.
True.
So when you come in, you can't come with your own philosophies and all way and all stubbornness. That's what's wrong with Israel, man.
Leave it out.
Right? Leave it out and just follow the instruction, man. Read it. Go to verse 21 now.
Verse 21. And thine ears shall hear. I already saw that, bro.
All right, let me say something quickly here. Verse 20, he said the teachers are not considered in Israel, especially when it is something, Israel is not used to hear. So when a brother comes with a new revelation, people tend to say that he's a bug out. People tend to say that, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about, or he's proud. Just because the Most High gives to some people 30, some people 50, man. Just the way some people have more blessing as far as like being able to understand the word and break it down in a way that you never understood before or you never came across before. But just because you haven't heard a thing before, does it mean that it's a lie?
True.
Come on, man.
True.
Let's say you were cooking, your meat a certain way, and you go to a brother's yard and you cook it a different way. You finish, when you see like, why are you cooking like that? But when you finish eating, and you're like, damn it. Yeah. Now imagine if you said, look, I don't want to eat it, man, because the way you cook it, it's funny, I don't want to eat it. You're not missing a nice dish, man.
True.
So we got to be open-minded and be spiritual in this truth. And that's for luck, man. Right? So it says, the two-thirds will say, it's not biblical, or it doesn't make sense. And the 1/3 will say, oh, he's definitely a bug out, or he switched up the doctrine. Okay? Now read verse 21, Malak. That's what it's 21? All right.
Yeah.
So now go to now I say this. I say, well, let's look at what the Bible say on how to consider such matters. And this is the manual. This is what the manual says. This is how when you come across something here. This is how you're supposed to behave. When you hear a new thing, this is how you're supposed to behave. Go to Sirach 11. Sirach 11, 7 and 8. Yeah. Ecclesiasticus 11, 7 and 8.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11,
right?
Verse 8. Answer,
right?
Not before thou hast heard.
You see that? Answer, not before thou. So when you see a brother, okay, coming up with a new breakdown or something that you never heard, just take your time and listen to it.
Verse, yes.
Take note and go and study it yourself. Okay? If you don't understand it, Salakia. If you don't understand it, what you do is you pray to the Most High, because we have the Holy Spirit. Didn't Yahushua say that he wouldn't leave us, orphaned? Yahweh shall say that he wouldn't let us fall often, and then he will bring us the Holy Spirit that will teach us all things, right? So why don't you rely on the Holy Spirit? You have to make carnal judgments. You know? Carry on.
Answer, not before thou hast heard
Right.
the cause.
That's right.
Neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk.
You see that? And that's what's going on, man. You know, you want to draw a conclusion quickly because you don't understand the new one.
It's all debating and that, isn't it?
That's where it comes from. Debating. The Bible say the Most High told us in the Bible to not even debate, man. Listen, man. Like I said, wise men listen and learn when folks talk, man. That's how you learn and that's how you grow, man. You know? That's how you learn and that's how you grow. By listening. While people are stubborn and people don't like to listen. That's the problem with our people, man. That's why when the time comes, the Most High will deal with Israel the correct way. They won't even see it coming, bro. They won't even see it coming. Okay, you read that? You read verse 8?
Yeah, now verse 9, right?
No, verse 9. I see. And I say, study what a brother is saying before you pass judgment, man. You know? Just because you don't understand it, you think that, oh yeah, he's deviating. You know, a deviation. What is a deviation, bro? Don't you know that the word has many layers? Just because you don't understand something, you think, and then you go, you know, oh, I came in the truth, I learned this, so I stay on that. No. Even Apostle Taha used to say that. His elders, what they taught him is not, sometimes they were wrong and wasn't even able to fast and pray and able to correct it. And he found more revelation when he became, you know, GMS, when he became the GMS leader. He found more revelation with the brother, with these guys, Apostle Rakar, Apostle Gabar, and Aramla, man. Yeah. So that's how it is. Every church will come with the next layer of revelation. But imagine if we say, oh, you know what, Apostle Taha, we don't believe what you say. How will we know the truth? Because he's found right now to be a real man of the Lord that came with the truth. For the most part. Okay? So like I always say, you know, eat the meat, chew it, and speak the bones, man. But don't be making accusation and defamation and just want to use anything to defame your brother, man. But be careful what you say, because every word, every other word, you shall be accountable for. I mean, you're going to sit before the court, and you're going to give account to what you say, man. All that talk, all that tough talk, you're going to give an account, because you don't even know who you're speaking against, man. You don't even know who you're speaking against. That's the problem. Show humility, because the Bible says that, you know, the prophets of old are back today. Who do you think is doing the work in the street? Or what do you think is bringing all this revelation? The men of the Lord of old. Because that reading the revelation, some of them didn't even understand our revelation. Now they came back to explain it. The same book that they're reading back in time, they came back through the process of reincarnation to explain it. That's what they did, man. So you're dealing with Daniel, you're dealing with, you know, Ezekiel, you're dealing with Isaiah, Jeremiah, you know, so on and so forth, man. You're dealing with Peter, you're dealing with all those spirits. John, Matthew, Andrew, all of those spirits are back today. So be mindful how you speak to brothers, man, because you don't know. All right? Now, let's go to Sirach 6:21, my lad. Sirach 6:21. Let's bring that out. Sirach 6:21. Ecclesiasticus, that's a real name. Sirach is a real name. But Ecclesiasticus is the Greek terminology. You know? But remember, we took on the British fashion. So we're Greeks now. We became Antiochians. See that? Yeah, exactly. You see? That's why it's good to be a reader, because you don't know what it's right there, and before you know it, you become like, you know, very, yeah. You got it?
Yeah. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6, verse 1. Instead of a friend, become not an enemy, for thereby,
Read it again from there slowly.
it's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6, verse 1.
Right?
Instead of a friend,
Right?
become not an enemy,
Right. Instead of a friend, become not an enemy.
for thereby,
Hold on.
or
Mitch is calling. Shalom, Mitch. How's it going? Calm, man. Calm. I'm doing the work, man. I will call you back, yeah?
Oh, yeah, yeah, I'm walking on.
Alright, man.
Shalom.
Shalom.
I'm at the fucking thing. I'm at the radio thing.
Yeah.
I'm at shit. I'm at YouTube.
Yeah, man, read it, man. What does it say again?
it's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6, verse 1.
21.
Summer.
21, but
Come
like,
on, go. Hello. Hello, speak summer. What? That's. You're right.
This is the book. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6,
Yeah.
verse 21.
bring that out.
She will not, she will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial.
Hold on.
That's right, bro. Yeah, I'm on the way down the street.
Kalaka Israel. Right, but the point I wanted to make with our precept that I can't find Salakia, you know, it happened to me sometime, man. It says a lot of brothers and sisters are stubborn in this truth because of the European social and family setting. They have never been rebuked nor given a flog growing up. Right? Alright? They're growing up, they've never been rebuked, so it's difficult for them, you know, to get the truth. It's difficult for them, you know, to understand certain things. When the brother comes with something, they will go against him. You know? Exactly. But that's why today you're here. You know? That's why you're here today, man. Alright? That's why you're here today, man. The understanding of you are blessed today because now you're able to be a reader. Do you know what I represent? Do you know what our ministry represents, man? It represents a serious thing, bro.
Reading. I like reading.
I'm talking about the ministry in general. It represents so I carry on reading. Say it starts with the basics things like applying the law of purity. So let's go. But remember, we're talking about what? We're talking about using the truth. The prophet wants it, man. Let me break down something that you will love, man. The law of purity, man. Few things. Little basic thing that we don't even do. Let's go to it. Leviticus 15 and 16. The law of purity. You know? The law of purity.
15, yeah?
Yeah. And 16. Yeah, but bring that up.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 15, verse 16. And if any man see
Right?
of copulation go out from him, then he shall wash all his flesh in water and be unclean until the evening. Until the evening.
To the evening, sundown. And what it means is that, you know, like, when as Israel, when you have sex with a woman, you gotta clean yourself, man. Because your body is what? The body is the temple of Yahweh. So when you copulate, that is a clean. And once I say clean yourself, right? That's just a basic understanding. Now let's go a bit deeper. Go to Psalm 51 and 7. You know, there's thing that you can do in this truth, right? That will get rid of the bad energy. When you find yourself in the flesh too much, you get upset for no reason. You get frustrated for no reason. You get in your feelings for no reason. You get carnal for no reason. You're in need of a good bath, I will show you that, a good bath, and I'll show you which bath you need, man. Read it. Yeah, bring that out.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 51,
Right?
verse 7. Purge me
Right?
with hyssop.
Purge me with what?
Hyssop.
You see that? Purge me with hyssop. How people don't even know what that represents, man. They will go to all these stores and they will see, hyssop, and they will be like, what is that? But you know what, meanwhile, the other nation, they use it, man. They use it to the max. Go to bring some to that shop.
Yeah.
When we get the hyssop, we went me and you.
Yeah.
Who's selling it?
I didn't even clock it still.
It's heathen, it's not Israelite. It's them Elamites. See, one thing about the Elamite, the Most High giving them the idol, but they do the thing with the idol, They respect, that's why they're successful in businesses, because everything is principle, everything is order in the spiritual realm. The reason why we're not winning, because we're not following, we're not taking the little, thing that we can take, as far as even attracting it. Man, I don't know what it is. Hyssop. You didn't buy it last time?
No, I never buy it. What's that?
Hyssop is like an oil.
I love it.
It purifies, you put it in the water.
Oh,
You have a shower with it.
one bar.
You can do that every week.
Cleanse.
He cleans you, takes away, because in your body. What does the Bible say about a demon that leave your body and comes after? And then they will call 7 more demons to take hold of your body. Because your body is a temple. You need to know how to take care of it.
It's a home and it's a palace.
There is a spiritual cleansing, but also a physical cleansing, and they both go hand in hand. So read it again. And that's about the Ashan that showed me that. I said on purpose. It's him that showed me that.
The scripture.
Yeah. It's him that brought me. I know about that. But it's him that said, yo, you're gonna have bro, you good, yeah? You good, yeah? He said, you're gonna have to use it and you're gonna see it and all. Because sometimes you go, hey, Babylon is full of how many brothers in this truth? A lot of brothers burn incense. It's good to burn. That's why I burn incense.
Yeah.
When you burn incense, all this spirit, I burn it, man. I burn it like a Levi. I love burning. Right? Because sometimes, the demon mess with you so much. You're gonna have to do something about it. You're gonna have to fight back. You can't just stand there and let him beat you like that. So you gotta put things in place to create that harmony, man. To tell them demons, listen, I know a few things as well. Let's go to war. So read that thing again, man. The bathing, I'm giving you too much, but that's the basic. How many brothers are having shower with Esau, man? At least once a week, even once a month. To get rid of those demons. Sometimes you wake up, you got negative thought about, again, your brother, you're heavy. You're in the dark, there's a dark cloud surrounding you. You pray, but your body, you're in this physical, body, you walk in this, you go to work, you meet parents, you meet demons, you meet people that don't like you. You gotta have to wash yourself. So when you bath, because bath cleans you. So if you put a cleansing element into it, it carries a certain spirit about you, man. When you go to work, you got demon over there, your family, you got demon, your neighbors. When you come to preach, when you deal with brothers, you gotta sometimes, when you're too heavy even for brothers that have sex with so many women, brothers that fuck anything, you're gonna have to have shower to get rid, because every time you fuck a woman, excuse me my French, right? There's demon that are attached to these women. So you need them spiritual cleansing, man. And that's the Esau. Put a little, like a 5 drop in it or whatever, and do your thing. Man say okay. You see something, you say okay. I can see the summer coming. The summer is approaching with haste and swiftly as well. So read it again, man.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 51, verse 7. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be and I shall be whiter than snow.
Yeah, so you're gonna be clean. The more you use certain element in that, you're gonna be clean. All right. Now you even got the oil, the frankincense oil in that. The frankincense oil, frankincense and myrrh oil as well. Just like when you burn incense, you get rid of the demon and that. If you got oil as well that you put in your water and that, you know, he takes away, get rid of them bad vibes.
You got to consecrate and anoint the home as well.
Yeah, you got to even, you know what I'm saying? Act of faith, you can take the olive oil, you pray on it, and sometimes you can put it like that if you go somewhere or Shabbat day and things like that. Why people use the knowledge, you know, for thinking? But when you say people like, no, me, I just want to keep the faith. What is faith for you, man? When you say I'm in the faith, what do you think it is? It's a whole system in place. It's a way, it's a whole lifestyle, man. You don't want to say, oh, that's juju and that's this and that. That's not juju. You just don't understand. Because you've been in Babylon for too long. That's what it is, man. You've been in Babylon for too long. You don't get this level of the knowledge. You don't get it. You don't understand it. That's all it is. You don't get it. Yeah. And it frustrates you. All right? Now, let's go to something, man, that I want to talk to, man. Obviously, the burning of incense. But let's go to something that is important for us priests, because we are priests. You know, we're doing the work, so we are the priests, you know. So let's go to Leviticus 21 and 7.
The burning. What? Leviticus is what?
Leviticus 21 and 7.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 21, verse 7.
Right?
They shall not take a wife.
You see that?
That is a whore.
They shall not take a wife that is a whore. Brothers and sisters. I mean, not brothers and sisters. Brothers. Look, don't be offended in that, right? No, but seriously, don't be offended, bro. This is something that we gotta work on. We gotta believe in the Most High, you know, that He's gonna bring that to us, especially for us prophet, for us hopefully like who are doing the work, man. Mm-hmm. Read it, man.
It's Leviticus chapter 21, verse 7. They shall not take a wife that is a whore or profane, neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy unto his God.
Right. Now, we are in this system. The Bible did tell us though, in Amos 7 and 17, that our woman was going to be hallowed. We understand that. Yeah. But the Most High has special favors for the men of the Lord, man. Believe and receive it. The Most High has special favors, because let me tell you something. When you go out with a woman that already be passed around and that, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle because, see, you're dealing with different spirits. Different spirits have entered, you know. So let me read what was I saying? Let me read it. I said,
verse what, 7?
Yeah, I said, and I didn't read. I said, look, at the end of the day, when you have a prayer for a virgin, you have a virgin. That's yours, you know. You create the passage based on your measurement. Because when you go out with a woman that already been with me, she will compare you to the next man or the ex.
Yeah.
That's why if the ex was doing it better than you, she goes back to the ex on the low, you don't even know. That's the reality. But if you have, I don't know if they call him alaya. I don't know if it's alaya or something like that, or alaya for whatever. A damsel, if you have a damsel, then that's yours, but you can, you know, brainwash it like the right way. No, but to brainwash the right way with the word, with positivity, with the truth. If you got something like that, and that was your thing, but like, it's gonna be in trouble. This one, it's gonna be trouble. This one, it's gonna be trouble. Someone, Malak, you're gonna have to. But for how long will you put your body? You don't want your time. At some point, someone else will do it better than you. These things, oh my Lord.
You gotta put in work.
The Reubenite will see that. That will destroy.
That's mine.
That will destroy. Next thing she come, it's a war at home. She fighting you for no reason.
Yeah.
Not because someone else is claiming the sport, man. So let's pray that the most, hey, because I see a lot of brothers, you got a woman there today, she goes, why? Because these women are defiled, man. These women are defiled, bro. They are defiled. That's the reality. Let's be honest. So when you got a damsel, a virgin, a woman that hasn't been defiled by another man, it helps. That's yours. So in our prayers, when we pray, we should pray that the Most High gave us a damsel. And please, when your brother gets a damsel, don't fight too. Don't be jealous. Don't be envious. Because you don't pray that the Most High give you yours. Because read again Leviticus 21:7, man. So I think we overlook this thing. The Most High is telling us something here. Yes, we are in captivity, but aren't we the priest? We are highly favored, man. You gotta have faith.
That was Leviticus 21, isn't it?
Yeah.
Verse 7.
Leviticus 21:7, man.
It's Leviticus
You know?
chapter 21, verse 7. They shall not take a wife that is a whore or profane.
Now when you say whore, is a woman that has more than one man. It doesn't necessarily mean there's level to it, obviously. But it's a woman that had, when you met her, she's not a virgin. When you met her, she's not a virgin.
Body counts all like 5, 6,
5? Yeah, 5, yeah. Right now, a serious woman,
4, 5, 6,
serious woman, you can see her like that. See, a woman that seems to be so humble. To be honest, how many free? And that's the magic number. When the women say free, be aware. How the baby multiply by 10? Sure! But like 10 is nothing. Like,
sure, multiply by 30.
Like 30. Nowadays, 30 is nothing.
That's mad.
There's this woman, she was 25. The guy, the girl in the car, she was a friend of, she was a friend or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he was telling me how many body can you handle? She was like, saying, no, yo, be real, like.
Yeah, keep it real.
She like, I start count. She's 25. She said, I started to count. I stopped counting. You know, when I reached 500.
Nah.
And she's 20. And she's 25.
What?
She's 25. She said
real fast.
she stopped counting when he got to 500.
What?
You should.
That's bad.
You got a woman tattoos by the pool. They ask her how many. She's like 2,000 bodies, man. And she's 32.
Nah.
How can you win? That's why there's that song that say you can never make a whore a housewife. That's proven. That's scientifically proven because you're gonna be fighting with 2,000 spirits, man.
You gotta leave it, innit?
You're just gonna have to leave at some point, man.
Leave it, man. Leave it.
She gonna fight you. Because it's not even her, it's the demon that every spirit left in her that's fighting back. Because these demons like, that's me. That's you ain't taking that, that's mine. There's so many things in the word, man. So the conversation that are being said while you having them like speaking mantra in a say like, yeah, you know, I know you're married but you're mine, thing like that. See like that's it. When men have it, you marry women, they're telling them, I know you're married but you're mine. That's staying in the psyche, man.
The women's.
Yeah, when she go home, when she have argument with her husband, that thing say, oh, you say I'm his anyway. She say I'm his anyway. I'm not even yours. That's what she say internally.
Careful.
So this truth thing is not a joke.
Try to finish it off.
Yeah, finish it off.
Neither shall they take a woman, put her, Leviticus chapter 21, verse 7.
Right?
They shall not take a wife that is a whore or profane, neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy unto Yahweh. For he is holy unto his God.
See that? So when you're a man of the Lord and you run around with these harlots, you know what I mean by that. It always trouble, they always this, they always that. You know, you need to find rest, man. At some point in this shoot, you need to learn to find rest and believe in the Most High that He will give you whatever you need to give you for you to be, because it's too much for us, man.
I like the fact that it says, for he is holy unto his God.
Yeah. Because if you're holy, why would you go and have a woman that's not wanted? You know?
So I gotta be careful. When I look at these women, I'm not looking like deep.
Yeah, you gotta look deep. You have to look deep into it. You wanna look at
the eyes,
yes.
Deeper.
Because otherwise, you always gonna find yourself, you know. And when you're broken hearted, you might not know it, but it destroys you, though. Always broken hearted, always you're with one woman, today she leave, you move to the next one. That's not good for the soul, man. Especially a man like me, I'm a lover, like, I wanna vibe with a woman, I wanna be with her, I talk to her, I wanna bond with her. But then I find myself bonding with highlights, and one day she gonna wake up and chat shit. Because, oh man, that shit kinda like, you know, it plays with my soul, man.
That's what I said, it's better off to leave it.
That's why I'm like that, because I know. And obviously I have to sow myself out. You know, I don't feel like it. But if I sow myself out, imagine me sowing myself out and I feel like, yeah, I'm ready to get in my thing. Yeah? Because I came from another situation back in time that is still playing a lot of things going around it. So me, myself, I have to be careful anyway. And that's for all brothers that have been through that. You come in the truth, you were in a relationship, a proper one, you came in the truth. You gotta relax. Now, yes, you're a lion, you're in need of the koboko to be in action. But you gotta know that, bro. You gotta know that. See, that's what I'm saying. But you gotta know that at the end of the day, you know, you gotta be careful, you gotta protect your energy. Alright, so say counseling, you know, it's counseling. You know, the need of having a brother that can tell you, oh, bro, you're going wrong. Bro, you're not right. You know, like, we can talk to each other, like the counseling is very important. That's the practical side of the truth as well. But a lot of brothers don't like counseling. You can't talk to a lot of brothers in this truth.
They want to hear it, innit?
They're not humble, like, oh, that's what this. Yo, bro, Malak, my friend. You there? Don't talk because it will come into the camera, yeah? All right. That's fine. Right? So, you know, they're not humble. This society, you know, it gives you pride, man. You know? So you gotta be able to listen to a brother when I speak to you, take it. Hey, rebuke is not meant to be comfortable. Me, a brother talk to me and I see it makes sense, I'm not saying nothing. You're right, man. If I have a point to make, I'm making it. But then, you know what you say is right. You have to learn from one another, man. But if no one can speak to you. No one can speak to you. You know what I'm saying? No one can, that's not good. You know what I'm saying? Don't reject the revelation of who you are. And that's one thing as well. Don't reject the revelation of who you are, man. You're an Israelite, you're a child of the Most High, you're a king. Does it mean now because you feel like a king that you're proud now?
Stay humble.
No, it's just because you know who you are, but you're humble. Hey, what is it in this captivity to be proud of? We're catching hell. But it's even good for you to know that you're a king. To have a little coat of arm on your chest and walk proudly, say, yo, I'm a man of the Lord. Hopefully, I'm a hopefully elect.
But the whole world don't need to hear it like that, do they?
Of course. But you are humble, but you know who you are. You see, this thing is eternal. It's not what you say.
Maybe agree.
It's not what you say, all right, to people, but it's how you live it eternally. When you wake up in the morning, what do you see when you look at the mirror? When you look at the mirror, do you see a king or do you see a peasant? That's what I'm talking about. Does it mean that you're proud? No. You know what you are. It helps you to be what you're supposed to be. It helps you to take your salvation seriously. It helps you to take your work seriously. Because you know that you're not just anybody. You're someone important. It's okay to feel important, you know. But just don't, you know, make people feel it. or disrespecting people with it.
Yeah.
But it's okay to
That's
feel
what
like
I mean, but you don't need to put it out there. Just know yourself.
Just know yourself.
Yeah.
And this truth supposed to give you that sense of kingship and of priesthood. You know? So don't reject the revelation of who you are, because we are in the field, you know, starving. So it's the spirit, it's the spirit that uses certain brothers to raise the heads. Alright? And you pride, and you're proud when you receive to be fed. And I give this analogy, it's like bringing out the same precept over and over again, but yet in real situation you can't see it. So it's just like you're somewhere starving, and someone comes. Oh no, you're a king, but you come, your nobility, you come from a king family, yeah. But then one thing happens, you find yourself somewhere in captivity, and a guy that know your family and your history come to you, he say, "Yo, you know that you're a king, you know that you're the son of a king, right?" And he breaks it down perfectly to the point where he gives you clues to the point where you're like, damn it! How did you find that out, man? Damn, you must know. What do? If you refuse what he's saying, you're proud. It's just like someone that's starving. Silly. It's just like someone that's starving, and then someone come and give you food, and you like, this is someone that you never considered before. But the same guy, yo, my friend, hello? Yo.
Are you listening?
Hello? So can you go because you go into the YouTube and they will sing something. Can you sing that? The music gonna come into my ear and it's gonna create censorship.
Oh,
so speak over there, please. That's what I'm saying.
Turn it off.
Yeah, you can turn it off, it's up to you. You can go over there and listen to it or turn it off, it's up to you.
Turn it down, man.
You know what I mean?
You don't know how to do it.
Just sit over there,
Sit
son.
over there, sit over there.
Yeah, sit there. Drunk.
So I say that if someone,
Buzzing.
yeah, probably cracked out or something like that. You know, if someone, you know, give you some food and you refuse it because you feel like you were maybe higher than me 1 year. He's out of his mind right now. You can't even understand what I'm saying. Someone is starving and come and give you some, you're starving and someone come and give you some food. When you saw that one last year and you were up, you were like, you know, better than him, but the most I made it in a way where you're down there and he come and say, yo,
Flip it.
yeah, he come and give you the food and that. You say, no, not from you, man.
Right.
Why? So people actually, they think that they're being humble, but they're not being humble, they're being one, silly, and secondly, proud. Brother come and say, yo, you are this and this and that, through the spirit. And you don't want to receive, and you give you all the clues, you don't want to receive it. You know what you are? You are silly, and also you lack wisdom. And thirdly, you're proud, man.
Foolish.
But yet you thinking you're humble. I want to be humble. That has nothing to do. See, Israel don't even know how to measure pride. They don't even know what it is to be prideful. They think that being prideful is this, and they think that being humble is this. But in all actuality, it has nothing to do with anything. In all actuality, it has nothing to do with anything, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's right. So don't reject the revelation of who you are, because we are in the field starving, and it's the spirit that uses certain brother to raise the head. Alright? And you are pride when you refuse to receive the help. You know? Alright? So now let's go to let's go into the Isaiah 33 and 6, man. But we like to use the Isaiah 3 and 6, man. You know? What does it really mean? You know? But it's like you don't just say, what is the revelation? I'll give you one example, for example. Isaiah 33 and 6 will be having shower with the Easter from time to time when you feel heavy spiritually. That's Isaiah 3 and 6. But what does it say? Yeah. What does it say? Read it, man.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33,
That's right.
verse 6.
Nada.
And wisdom and knowledge
Right?
shall be the stability,
Yeah?
shall be the stability
Right?
of thy times and strength of salvation.
You see that? Stability of that time. It doesn't necessarily mean Jacob traveled, yeah. It is, yeah, definitely Jacob traveled, but it is today. What do you do with this wisdom? How do you make it? How do you make you stable? How does it make you stable? Knowing that as a priest, you're not supposed to have sex with a shower. That's wisdom and knowledge, being the stability of that time. Because what does it do? Because you know what you do.
Yeah, no, because you know she's a hoe, and that's the knowledge. And the wisdom is to not tap.
You're applying, you got understanding.
You got to apply that knowledge, so you not to tap. So then you're avoiding certain.
And also, madnesses now is hard in practice because we all need something to play with. The flesh kicks in, but hey, the stability is to be able to withstand it. Because by withstanding, by rejecting it, you know, you're able to live in peace. You're able to live in peace, man. That's the reality of the matter. That's the conclusion of the matter. So read that again. You know?
This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
Right?
And strength of salvation.
Hey, that's the strength of your salvation. So salvation comes with that as well.
The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right. Okay? Knowing how to move, knowing certain things is the strength of your salvation. That's how you're going to get saved. Saved is many situations as well. Oh, this woman was in the shower. I was able to notice in the shower. I stayed away. I was able to be saved from that situation. Salvation.
That's the prize, man. That's the prize.
You see?
Literally.
So
it's the aim, sorry. It's the aim.
You gotta know what you're talking about, man. Otherwise, it's gonna be, and that's what it's like. A lot of the time, I think it's emotional. It's linked with something. It's not really, you know, based on the truth, but it's linked with something. There's something that when you catch feelings, you don't control your emotion anymore. So you start to say certain things, and you want to use now the word to cover up that you're hurt. Like, that's what the pastors do. They use the word to rob people. They're not even the Levite. And if they're Levi among them, they're not even doing the rock. But the Levi is supposed to let brother know, people know about the law. Is your pastor let you know about the law? La-ah. All right? La-ah. So now, la-ah is no. You know? Now let's go to 2 Timothy 2 and 15. Yeah. 2 Timothy 2 and 15. Yeah, 2 Timothy 2 and 15.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15.
Bring that out.
Study to shew thyself.
Yes, study to show thyself approved.
Approved unto Yahweh.
Unto Yahweh, man.
A workman,
right,
that needeth not to be ashamed.
Right.
Rightly dividing the word of truth.
Right, and like we said earlier, man, before you judging that, you gotta study the thing that you're judging until you came to a conclusion and able to debunk what he's saying. You have no case. If you're gonna babble and run around the subject without debunking what you claim to be false, therefore you're just wasting your time. That's Esau for you. Esau is living his life, bro. Esau don't give a fuck. Esau knows he's going to go to slavery. And Esau is heavily, you know, cracked up and smoked up. Esau don't give a fuck. You know, and I know it's Esau. That's not true. That's Esau. You know? Right? So now, they killed Yahushua because of envy and jealousy, man. Let's go to John 11. And that's one part of the truth as well. That we have to work on, man. The jealousy and the envy, the hate. Now let me tell you something. That's the reason why niggas are killing each other. It's hate, the jealousy, and because sometimes you can get hypnotized by envy. You see a brother with some talent. That's why you go to Yahushua, man.
Well, John 11, yeah?
Yeah.
Which verse?
Yeah, John 11. Let's start at 1. Start at 1, jump to 8, and then jump to 14, and jump to 23 and 24.
1, 8, and 14. John, was it John what chapter?
John 11.
John what? Yeah, John 11 what?
Yeah, verse 1. And you jump to 8. And you jump to 14. 8, you jump to 8. You start at 1. Read 1 first, and then jump to 8.
This is the book of John, chapter 11, verse 1.
Bring that up.
Now, a certain man was sick, named Lazarus,
Right.
of Bethany,
Right.
the town of Mary, and her sister Martha.
So we're going to go into one of the talents.
Martha, the mother of John, isn't it?
Probably.
But John and Yahushua were like cousins, isn't it?
John the Baptist.
Yeah, John the Baptist.
No, his mom was Elizabeth. The mom of
No, John the Baptist.
And
Yahushua
no, but that's talking about
sister of Martha.
yeah. If you talk about John in
Revelator.
John the Revelator. But I don't know if that's his mom. We can check that out after.
Yeah, verse 8, yeah?
Yeah, jump to verse 8. So we're going into the talent that God Yahushua marked. Obviously, it was through the Spirit. It was prophecy that was supposed to come to pass in that. But it shows as well the nature of Jacob. And we brothers, when you come in issue, we have to be careful, man. You have to be very careful of that little low-level hate and jealousy and envy and that, man. Because you know me, I speak my mind. You know, and as of late, I kind of calm it down because gotta be balanced. But that's one of my ministry, you know. I can go hard in the paint as far as speaking the truth, if I have to, you know. But yeah.
Verse 8, his disciples said unto him,
Right?
Master, the Jews of late sought to stone thee,
Right?
and goest thou thither again.
Right. So you see that he was supposed to go to resurrect, you know, Lazarus, man. And so that being Yahweh was even running away from his people already. He's like, for example, they want you in Brixton when you live like somewhere in no, in Coosdon or like somewhere in South No or somewhere in the New Addington, like Red Hill and everything. And then you want to go to Brixton to help to do something, and your people tell you, yo, but these niggas want to murder you, man, over there in Brixton, man.
Oh, swear.
You know what I mean? You're going to go to sleep, don't worry. She's going to go to sleep, man.
How much now?
No. I'm just saying, I can sense it through the spirit that she will charge. She's a demon.
You said that all the time.
The needle of my demon. You know me already. When I sense these spirits, I don't like them at all. If it's good, I'll tell you it's good. Because I don't like
You know that tune, innit?
That's that shit I don't like. You know what I mean? But yeah. Now jump to 14. So already you can see these haters already trying to, you know, that was already trying to get Yahushua. Yahushua couldn't move. That's why even us doing the work every time it's given. Because very soon we'll just leave this place, man. And you're not, a prophet's not supposed to be seen every time like that. That's what I mean, tell only I don't really run around. If I come to do the work or to go there and get something or go something, but I don't stay about like no. They're not supposed to be seeing you like every time. Like, they ain't gonna respect you, man.
You gotta go for a purpose.
You know what I mean?
On travel.
Yeah. I don't like moving around being seen. I'm always like that. I move. Sometimes I will just wait until sundown and I will go. Because in my area, a lot of them saw me do the work. They know what time it is, so yeah. So I move it in a way.
Yeah. I hear you.
I move in a way. I don't move like, you know.
Loose.
Yes, but yeah. Read it, verse 14.
Verse 14. Then said Yahushua unto them plainly, Lazarus is dead.
Right.
Verse 15. And
So that the news was given to him now that Lazarus is dead, man.
Oh, so you went to check Lazarus?
So
he came back?
No. They told him that Lazarus is dead.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to go there just to perform the miracle.
Oh,
yeah, but these people was like, yo, can't go there, but them Jews are waiting for you there, man.
Those disciples said.
Yeah,
Okay.
they know what time it is.
Yeah.
You know, so people think that these troops were just like some friendly shit. No, people will act. That's why sometimes when things happen to me in this troop, I understand it through the spirit. It's meant to happen because it's not an easy thing. This is serious, and very soon we'll be revealed that it's serious, man.
Trust me.
You know, very soon.
I'll take it serious.
Yeah, but yeah, now let's read verse 23 and 24. I'm trying to make a point, so I have to jump around. Read verse 23 and 24, man. Hopefully, you know, paint that picture, that perfect one.
Verse 23. Yahushua saith unto her,
Right?
thy brother
Uh-huh.
shall rise again.
Right?
Verse 24.
Uh-huh.
Martha saith unto him, I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection
You see that?
at the last day.
No, that's deep.
Resurrection.
Martha was like, yeah, when Yahushua said, no, he will resurrect us. It's like,
She's sure of it as well.
she didn't understand, no, but she didn't understand that he meant that he will resurrect right now as we speak.
not in the resurrection.
Right now on the spot. Lazarus resurrect. You think you don't mind? Oh yeah, man.
The day of resurrection.
And that's how sometimes we are in this truth. When there's a deeper knowledge, we cannot comprehend it.
Fathom.
We cannot fathom. We cannot understand it.
Understand.
Okay? So I say how people don't understand the deep and the mystery behind the depth and the mystery behind, you know, the certain knowledge in this truth.
Yeah.
There is a level that Jake do not comprehend. Alright? And that's Amos 3 and 7. Roughly paraphrasing, you know, the Most High revealed, you know, the secret to his prophet. And I say, so pay attention, man. Okay? Pay attention. Alright? You have to pay attention. And I come back again before we carry on to this mystery regarding, you know, Leviticus 21 and 7 and say the priesthood, meaning brothers doing the work, shall not defile themselves with harlot. And I mean by harlot, women who have their gate bopped. And in antiquity, before you got invited in the house, meaning in the thing. Yeah? Ideally, such men shall get him a damsel, which is hard, right? Well, then I learned that one lately. We have to use this knowledge as a practical tool, and I explained that already. So when I said I don't comprehend the mystery, I was just bringing that analogy of Leviticus 21 and 7 with the analogy of what Martha said when Yahushua told her, no, he will resurrect. She couldn't get it.
I don't understand.
They didn't understand. So brother will be offended at the fact when they hear that, oh, a man of the Lord shouldn't even go with this type. Now, if you got a woman already, that's different.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the woman that you don't have.
Pursue.
You pursue it. Bear that in mind.
Because they're getting that feelings, isn't it?
You know what I'm saying? You're getting the feeling.
Yeah.
But see, when you get your feeling, you get away from your understanding of it.
Yeah, it's true. A clear mind, isn't it?
You gotta have a clear mind, you gotta have clarity.
Clarity, that's it. Clarity.
Gotta have clarity, man. Yeah? Now, let's go read now verse 25 and verse 26, man.
Verse 25.
And that verse 25 and 26 goes into the knowledge right now, the certain level of the knowledge. I want you guys to now open your mind and picture Yahushua in his time, being born of Mary, a modest woman, and being born of Joseph, a carpenter. So that means Yahushua wasn't born of a highly priesthood or Pharisee family. He was sort of a modest guy. Some of them argue that he was rich because his daddy was a carpenter. But as far as like, the spiritual stuff, as far as like the ability, he wasn't high like that. He didn't come from the priesthood family. His dad wasn't a priest. His dad wasn't the chief priest of Jerusalem, for example. But if his dad was a priesthood, the priest, there's no king, so the chief was the priest, the king of the Israelite. But there was no king at the time. It was the Roman that was taking control of Jerusalem at the time. So the chief, that was a middleman. I'm talking about as far as us, Egypts, right? So he didn't come, his dad wasn't the head of the house of Israel. His dad was just a carpenter, right? So imagine,
Losing job,
Yeah, no, but my point is this. He wasn't, a token of priesthood that as far as like the eyes can see. He didn't come from the family of like, oh, this is the son of the chief. This is the son of the top Pharisees. When you grow up with your dad is someone, people say, oh, that's the son of this guy, son of that one. But he didn't come from that one. So for him to say what he's gonna say, picture how crazy he sound. That's the reason why they had to kill him, because Yahweh sounded crazy at that time, man. And that's how the certain level of this truth sound like to certain brothers in this truth, man. You gotta pay attention to that. So read it. Verse 25 and verse 26.
Verse 25.
Verse 26.
Yahweh Shai
Right?
said unto her, I am the resurrection.
Ooh. Come on. Imagine you coming here, you go to your family,
Yeah.
and you say to your family, you're having a conversation, you're talking and that, and you say, and the religion, the subject of religion comes up, and you say, Daddy, do you know that I'm one of the prophets, in the Bible, and I came back?
You're like, what?
Like, what?
I can imagine as well.
And so I'm like, what?
What are you talking about?
What kind of nonsense are you bringing? I'm eating my jollof rice. You're trying to confuse me with nonsense.
Oh man, I can imagine it as well, Shit.
People don't get it. So if a brother comes and he has an understanding, hey, flesh and blood won't be able to reveal that to you, Your little captive mind and Negro mind stuck in Babylon won't be able to, to understand that. It will take the spirits for you to get that. Just like the apostles were able to understand and know who Yahweh Shai was.
Word.
But a lot of people didn't know who Yahweh Shai was. Therefore, it was a bug out. And you let that marinate in your mind. Read it, Malak.
Season that.
Read it.
Verse 25. Yahweh Shai said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life.
So a guy like that would say that he's the resurrection. People will be like, this guy he's drinking too much yayan at this point.
What's he on?
What is he on? Read it.
He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live.
See that? So Yahweh Shai was bold, man. Yahweh Shai, you see, one thing I like about Yahweh Shai, he wasn't shook at all, man.
No.
Yahweh Shai, and we should be like that. You should have a lot of faith, man. Yahweh, see that verse inspired me, give me joy, man.
Oh, bold as a lion.
So what if they say that you're crazy, bro? So what? That is stopping the plan of the Most High, man. Yahweh Shai is still coming back to establish the kingdom, man. Your unbelief ain't stopping nothing. Okay? Read it, Malak.
Verse 26.
Right.
And whoever it's like it. Verse 26.
Right?
And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die.
See that? Amen saying that.
Believest thou this?
Right? And what do you believe in? What do you say after that?
Believest thou this? Basically asking him a question, isn't it?
Yeah, read verse 27. Now read verse 27.
It's a rhetorical question.
Yeah, this is what Martha said, man.
Verse 27.
She was in the spirit, yeah?
She saith unto him, Yea, Lord, I believe that thou art the Christ, the Son of Yahweh, which should come into the world.
Damn. Now, when you read it, you don't picture, you don't know how much faith it took to believe in Yahweh Shai.
She believed instantly, though.
Yeah, because the spirit was on her, because she was able to see Yahweh. That's why she wanted him to come, because she knew he was capable of resurrecting.
But when I read that, when she says, Yea, Lord, I believe that thou art Christ, the Son of Yahweh, when she said that, because obviously they're Jewish, isn't it? They're Jews, isn't it? So they'll, even from the day of Moses' days, the Hebrews were expecting a Messiah, innit?
Yeah.
So throughout their history, they've been taught that there's going to be a Messiah to save them.
But the way-
then when Yahushua spoke to her, she instantly picked it up
Right,
and said, "Thou, he's the Lord, the Son of Yahweh." You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
So that's the spirit.
Yeah.
Just like today, we're able to understand certain things. That's a blessing because it's mad. So this is my note, and I says the disciple had to believe in the craziest thing at a time. Because remember, Yahushua was as lowly as he get, and even his miracle were credited onto Beelzebub, right? Following Yahushua required crazy faith. Oh yeah. Now let's go to verse 39 to 44. Let's see what happened. Now we're coming back now to the fact that see, some people took it like Martha and the disciple and others, but some people they created envy, jealousy and rage in them, man. Because he was the son of the Most High, and he had such talent, man.
trust me. Can you imagine how confident he was of himself?
Yeah.
He must have had mad revelation.
Mad revelation of who he's what.
Imagine like him growing up must have had dreams.
Oh my Lord, this is powerful, boy. This is very, very, very powerful.
Because he might have had like not even mind. Like imagine him growing up. Yahushua.
But like he was trouble, he was challenging the doctors of the law as well, man. You gotta have confidence in that, man.
Trust me.
And in order for you to be able to operate, you gotta know who you are. You gotta have a certain revelation about who you are, man.
Trust me.
What? It doesn't, man.
Most powerful man in history.
It makes sense. A lot for you men of the Lord right there. A lot of you men of the Lord that are doing the work. You gotta have a lot of faith and a lot of revelation to be doing what you're doing to go to the next level, man.
Trust me.
Otherwise you're gonna think nothing of yourself, man. Yahweh shall think something of himself, you know. Was he proud then? It would sound proud for you to say, I'm the light, I'm the resurrection. Whoever believes in me shall find life. You would sound very stuck up and proud, man. Well, no, he wasn't proud, man. He just knew who he was, and he had a lot of faith, man. The same thing with men of the Lord that have a certain energy and spirit that are able to speak a certain way. It doesn't make them proud, man. Let's learn how to evaluate and to measure pride. Please. Babakusha. And So read it, man. Verse 39.
Verse 39
to 44.
Yahushua said, "Take ye away the stone."
Right?
Martha, the sister of him
Right?
that was dead,
Right?
saith unto him,
Come on.
Lord, by this time
Right?
he stinketh, for he hath been dead
So
for
Martha
days.
is like,
Not the sister of Lazarus.
yeah, she's like, nah, man, this guy, man, bro, like 4 days. Y'all wish I wasn't even a rush. They left this shit. Let him rest a little bit more before they come back to these hell. Let me tell you, man, the dead are in peace, man. This place is hell, bro. This place is hell.
And that Irishman was saying, in the last days, obviously, earth will be hell, isn't it? Many people believe it's the last days now, so.
I believe that I don't want you to speculate about it. Take her. Take her in that way.
What, that?
The speckled girl, that girl, that
Oh, I was in that Mary, isn't it?
Mary, I should take Mary. But when I say to her, I say, let's say me and you have a child. You should see the smile that came out, man. So already, but you see me, I'm different. It comes again back to what? The virgin, damsel.
And you was telling me as well, I would think you're some crazy guy if you did that.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. You wouldn't tell me that. You're like, man, this guy's moving crazy. It's not good. Like, it's like, yeah, priest, you slapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, but read it, man. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Verse 40.
Right?
Yahushua saith unto her,
Right?
said I not
Right?
unto thee that if thou wouldest believe, thou shouldest see the glory of Yahweh.
Right.
Verse 41. Then they took away the stone from the place where the dead was laid, and Yahushua lifted up his eyes and said, Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me.
Come on. Carry on.
Verse 42. And I knew that thou hearest me always, but because of the people which stand by, but because of the people which stand by I said it, that they may believe that thou hast sent me. Verse 43. And when he thus had spoken, he cried out with a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth.
Right.
Verse 44. And he that was dead came forth, bound hand and foot with grave clothes, and his face was bound about with a napkin.
See that? So Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying, was able to perform the miracle, man.
Trust.
Hey, that's technique. That's still, that's
it's spiritual, isn't it?
yeah, it's spiritual, man. But he had that's a talent right there to raise dead, to raise the dead to raise the dead, man.
Yahweh Shai saith unto them,
back to life.
Loose him and let him go.
Woo! That's power right there. Now, go to verse 45 and see what happened after that.
Verse
The
45.
displaying of your talent can get you in trouble in Israel, man. Oh yeah, that's a reality. You know, so we have to tread carefully, man. You know? Yeah, read it, man.
Verse 45. Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Yahweh Shai did,
right,
believed on him.
Right, you see that?
Yeah.
So a lot of people started to believe in him, man. They were like, yo, Yahweh Shai is sick. You know, it's mad.
They'll be like, this is the guy who actually backs his talk. He is the Messiah.
That's right. But he don't play.
Many of them probably unbelieve, but until they saw it, they're like, oh snap, this guy's really the real deal.
And that's what's going to happen in Shah season.
Here's what I found.
You know, in Shah season, a lot of things that will happen that will make the unbelievers believe. Even some brothers in this truth that are against certain understanding and that. Hey, you're gonna see, man, for yourself. Hey, you're gonna see for yourself. You know, like I say, if it's not, if it's wrong, Yahweh will make amendment. He will confirm it. But
True.
let's see. Yeah, carry on, my life.
Verse 46. Verse 46.
Yeah, is it 45? Yeah, 40. What did 45 say?
I said it already, bro.
Oh, can't. Yeah, reading 46 to 48.
Verse 46. But some of them went their way to the Pharisees.
So Yahweh started to have a real impact on society.
Yeah.
When he started to have real impact on society, look, watch what's going to happen. When society, when brothers can identify in you a certain talent, what was going to happen? Trouble is coming, you know. Yeah, you're going to have to learn to deal with trouble because it's coming. You have to learn to manage it because it's coming. Yeah, read it.
Verse 46. But some of them went their way to the Pharisees,
right, and
told them what things Yahweh Shai has done.
See that? The snitching, they've been there, man. It's not a new phenomenon, you know, a new phenomenon. You know, it's been there. You know.
Verse 47. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said,
"Woo, a council, you know.
What do we?
Damn.
Slaka. What do we? For this man doeth many miracles." So I keep reading.
That's verse what?
47.
Yeah, read it for 48.
Verse 48. If we let him thus alone, all men
will... let him what?
If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. They were shocked.
So in Israel, they were shocked, yeah. So in Israel, is the fear of seeing you shining that make people being hypnotized by hate. Jacob not staying to see his brother shine with his ministry.
Same thing happened to Joseph.
Yeah.
But it's still shine. It's still shine.
Yeah, but you're gonna shine regardless. But we're not gonna be trouble.
Because the Pharisees didn't want Yahweh Shai to obviously blow up, basically. So they, what did they say?
They did it to Pac as well.
Yeah.
Pac, that was that. Pac in
the Romans shall take away both our place. What's that? The synagogues and that? Or the homes?
Yeah, I'm meaning like
the nation, the people.
Because the Pharisees, they were in cahoots with the Romans.
Well, like Pontius Pilate.
Yeah, they were getting paid. There was a lot of things they were having, so they didn't want to lose that because, you know, if Yahweh Shai was let loose, they would have convinced almost all Israel.
Even as Roman
yeah,
soldiers.
and they would have said, they would have crowned him a king, man. They would have said, we don't want you liars. We want this guy because this guy's coming. He's bringing us rest. He's bringing us a new thing.
But were they seeking a king as well? Like the Jews of the days as well? Of those days?
No,
but
but
the only seeking a king.
What is a king? A king is the one that provides for his house.
Like David, isn't it?
Yeah. The house of David. He's from the house of David. The house of pride. Bayafa Laham. Or Bayafa Lahama. The house of bread. Bread could be the word, could be a lot of things, blessings, understanding, all of that. Okay, so they are now to conspire against him to get rid of him. They were getting jealous. Hey, that's the reality, man. It happened to Park. No, let's not even go to Park. The brother Ashan, I keep talking about Ashan a lot of the time, because that's the
very knowledgeable brother.
Yeah, that's the, because I'm not gonna go far away when there's one in the UK. That's the way I am. I'm a very fair brother. When the brother was out there, the ministry was so powerful to the point where they had to write, you know, and they had to write article and get the police involved, man.
What, when you went there?
When he was preaching in London, the ministry was so impactful, powerful that the people started to write article.
Yeah.
Let me show you
Journal
something.
article. Yeah, no, online article, yeah.
When you tap Yahweh Shai, that's what you see. The Church of Yahweh Shai. Now think of the picture, you will see.
Oh, not hate. Church of Yahweh Shai are inciting violence and hatred.
Come on, this is a serious thing, man.
Wow. So when everyone types in the Arshad, they see that?
Yes.
Nah, that's not good.
No, but it shows that that's the church. It's the Church of England, and I say that, man. Because you know why? Since the brother left, he hasn't left really, but since he doesn't teach anymore in that situation, the camp that are doing the work, except GMS, the camp that are doing the work, and you know what's funny is that the GMS camp now, except one brother that teaches on the street like us, I believe in Delaware. All of them, they're recluse, they went out of the street.
Yeah.
They're teaching parts and that. So brother that teaches outside in the corners in the house and byways, guess where they came from? From that church.
Is it?
Yeah.
Big story.
Yeah. All the brothers who are doing the work in North London, in Deptford, in Lewisham, in West Norwood, in Croydon, in Tottenham, in Brixton, came from that church, man.
Yeah, church, yeah.
This is how you see things in the spirit. All right, so what did they do? They conspired against his ministry, so they can get now Esau involved. You understand that? That's deep, man.
But let's say people you seek to be part of the camps, whether women or men, when they search that, it's not a good look, though, is it? They'll see that and think, oh,
Yeah, but my life,
into.
at the end of the day, go read Luke 6 and 22. Read Luke 6 and 22. Read Luke 6 and 22, you will understand it.
This is Luke chapter 6, verse 22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you,
Right?
and when they shall separate you from their company,
Right?
and shall reproach you and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake.
Okay. The fact that we from the Church of Yahweh came from that, and all of the stigma that comes with it, it's a blessing. You understand what I'm saying? Because as much as people hate you when you do the work of the Lord, and bring in certain revelation like that, they despise, it's a good sign. As long as they're true. You understand what I'm saying? No. If we read now, okay, so I say your talent will breed envy and jealousy, Jake get hypnotized by hate, and the next thing is the slandering and the kuba, the plots, right? But Jake will claim he loves you, all right? So now, you do err because you do not know, man. So go to Matthew 22 and 29. Matthew 22 and 29.
It's the book of it's the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 29. Growing up. You know when you see someone in there getting older. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 29. Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, ye do err, not knowing the scriptures,
See that?
nor the power of Yahweh.
Right. So you doubt the power of Yahweh when you say certain things because you don't understand whatever is presented to you, man. All right. So it's very important to say, you know, and as far as the pride thing, let me help you with this analogy. Let's say you're a nobility lost somewhere in captivity, and an angel will meet you to tell you about that nobility bloodline, right, of yours. But instead of, I mean that nobility bloodline, you know, of yours, right? You refuse to embrace it because you want to remain humble. Well, that's not humility, that's stupidity, and that's pride, because you're too prideful to even listen to the whole matter. It's a false sense of humility. It's rather malicious. Imagine if the prophet shied away from revealing these great mysteries that you're always haste to quote while you're doing the work. Because I'm sure in today's day, they'll be called prideful and bugged out. That's why we still remain confused, because we don't recognize clarity. All right, so yeah, man, that's it, man. That's the conclusion of the matter, you know, right there, man. You gotta be careful, man. You gotta, you know, understand, you know, what you're getting yourself into, man. All right, so hopefully you were edified. The video was a bit long today, but like, so is the spirit wanted, you know. We'll turn to the east. We'll give all praises to Yahweh, Ma'ashem, Yahushai, I'm back for ball, man. Back for ball. Troy.